Hey guys, I'm using Team Boom Harmony, but this tutorial will work for all softwares as this is just a general gist on how I animate and how these little things can help you in your animation process. Okay, so number one, the sketch. The sketch is really important because it helps you get a general movement of what. So let's say you wanted a guy walking and then a police car pull up and then the police guy gets some donuts and I don't know, he picks up the world, throws it into space and turns into a superhero, becomes Superman, whatever. You guys would want to have a visual representation of this, and this it's basically a moving storyboard, your way of laying things down, still in motion but just in preparation for your actual animation. In the recording you see now, I'm taking the general movement from the reference and then just using a stickman approach. So again, I can get that general movement. Your next step is keyframing. This is where you want to add your character in, but you're only going to use the main poses for the animation. So you use your main poses you took from your storyboarding, and again, this is just to get general movement, but if you had a character that was smaller than the person that was used in your reference, you would need to change a few things so the character would fit onto that action. And I think keyframing is important, mainly because if you didn't have keyframing and you went straight into trying to do smooth animation, then you find your character actually becomes smaller or larger than you want it from one position to the next. Now you've done your keyframing, you're probably looking at your animation and it kind of looks like comics, like those Captain Underpants comics. This is where in-betweening comes into place. When you've watched many animations, you would have noticed they have really smooth movement, and your in-betweening helps you to time everything correctly and to make your animation smoother. So my key step for in-betweening is you want to turn on onion skinning. So this is where you can see your previous drawing and the drawing in front. And you want to create a keyframe in between. And as you can see I'm doing here, you want to just to draw what you think the middle between those two drawings would look like. And then you repeat the step over and over until your movement is butter smooth, or how smooth you would like it. In-betweening can be a long and hard process, but it really brings your animation to life, and in different parts of your animation you would have to decide whether you would need more in-betweens or less in-between. In-betweening in its most simplest words is adding drawings between each keyframe to make your animation look smoother. We move on to coloring. Coloring is the fun part. I love coloring. This is where you've taken your colors from your prep, if you guys prepared your color scheme for your characters, and I normally just use the color drop tool, the color bucket tool, to drop in colors and then fill it up. But one thing you want to make sure you guys have is make sure you've closed all the gaps on your drawing. So I would recommend doing a cleanup stage after you've done your rough animation and your in-betweening. I say just do another drawing stage, mainly because you don't want any gaps. If you have gaps, the color drop tool just won't work in Toon Boom. If you're using other softwares, you might have the background turn blue or something weird will happen. So just make sure you guys have no more gaps, and that's coloring. This process usually takes me 2 to 3 hours, mainly because I have gaps. Okay, post-processing. This is your sound effects, visual effects, blurring, and all the fun stuff. This is where you can add like smoke, you can add fog, you can add all these effects, guys. And this is what makes your animation go straight from like cutout animation to having your shadows and your highlights making your animation look like it's in a 3D environment when it's done on a flat plane. You can also adjust color and you can add fake camera movement. So let's say you had a character running from an earthquake or something, then you could add fake camera movement, so like a fake camera shake, and this will just add on to that effect of your animation, making it look like you animated the camera shake or you're actually recording. I usually do my post-processing in After Effects. You can also do it in Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is what I normally use for my sound editing. So if I needed to clean up some sound that has some background noise in it, then I would do that in Premiere Pro. Most of the time when I'm doing post-processing, I actually don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just experimenting. I go into the effects and I pick one and I see, what does this do? And yeah, if it works, it works. I've learned a lot from watching YouTube videos, and that's something I would recommend. I will drop some links down in the description, and yeah, feel free to check them out. And that's it, guys. Once you're done post-processing, this is your finished animation. You should be proud of your work, and well done for making this far into the video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and please do like and subscribe for more videos.